Continuing to monitor the threat for severe weather this afternoon, and a cluster of thunderstorms that has developed over the last few hours in central Illinois has now gotten a severe thunderstorm warning just to the north and west of Peoria. Not expecting this severe threat to be maintained with this area of thunderstorm activity. However, we can expect some pretty heavy rain and plenty of lightning, as well as potentially some gusty winds approaching the Lee County area towards the top of the hour, reaching Ashton towards 1 o'clock, then maybe towards the Rochelle area at about 1:10, towards DeKalb a little bit after that, towards about 1:20 to 1:30. So watch out for this activity carefully, but it is this activity, though, that is kind of keeping the severe weather threat for later this afternoon to a minimum now, with the rain and storms that we've seen this morning now carrying over into this early afternoon, plus some thunderstorms that are expected to re-intensify across Missouri into the southern part of Illinois. That may take advantage of the better environment for severe weather, which would take away that environment from the northern part of the state where we are. So the latest update to the severe storm risks, just issued about a half hour ago, has now decreased the threat to a level 1 out of 5 across the entire area. That means that there is still a low risk for an isolated severe storm. If we can see one come together, that would bring all hazards, damaging winds, some large hail, and potentially a brief tornado. So as we look here on Future Track, there we see that activity kind of pushing out of the DeKalb area towards 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then we get into a break with potentially some sunshine. That's what we were watching out for, but again, there will be thunderstorms ongoing across the southern half of the state, so with any activity that develops in the afternoon, you can see it's not very strong, but we'll see if any of these can pulse up, if they can intensify to severe levels. Again, all hazards would be in play here, so we still have to keep our guard here because we still have a low threat for severe weather. As this activity continues to move off to the east, here we're looking at 5 o'clock, starting to see this activity really starting to approach the I-39 corridor at this point. And then, like we mentioned, we'll have to watch out. Could we see 1 or 2 storms that can flare up here? And that could be the case here as we head towards the evening hours. But then as we head towards 7 and especially after 8 o'clock, our severe weather threat goes down by sunset, and especially as any kind of thunderstorm activity will be well off to our east. So again, have multiple ways of getting alerts today with our severe weather threat that has decreased, but it's not down to 0. But it does go down to 0 by tonight as we dry off. Low temperatures only at around 40, but we see a little more sunshine heading into tomorrow. Comfortable weather, so the sun will feel nice and warm tomorrow with highs in the 50s. We stay in the 50s into Friday. We'll be watching out for some rain to develop, potentially into the afternoon, more likely into the evening. That'll carry over into Saturday morning as we cool off a little bit heading into the weekend.